Alright, so we need... Need 2 more wins as a Skyrim. Hopefully it's not an escort. I don't know these missions by name yet. But we have yet to win
Sky
an escort.
Raider, ready to strike. Tricera, ready to strike. Welkin, ready to strike. Panaka, ready to strike. Alisness, ready to strike. Aquila, ready to strike. Pilot proceeding on board. Injecting Coaxium particles. Pilot sync rate stable. Mind bridge initiated.
Escort reactor core and upgrade Bunker City's power facilities. Activating the consoles along the way can speed up the transport vehicle. St. Enos have also said
we haven't won an escort yet because people
sure
just...
to complete the
Sky Raider, off we go.
People constantly go to the wrong objective. Yet the other team seems to know how to play.
Objective: capture consoles and guide payload to destination. Warning: you are leaving the combat zone. Console A activates in 20 seconds.
Bit off more than you can chew, huh?
Enemy down. Activating signal console. Assist. Assist.
Ours will go forward, then if they stand here, they will go backwards.
Attack the marked target.
Warning.
Attack the marked target.
Assist.
Attack the marked target.
Subtask: capture console B before the enemy. Activating signal console. Enemy down.
That does so much damage if they don't move.
Signal console activated. The payload is swiftly advancing. Double kill.
We should be okay for a little bit.
payloads in 20 seconds.
Like, there's no other place they should be. They should all be right here. If they're still backfighting on the other point, I'm going to be very upset because there's absolutely no reason to be there.
Signal console out of range.
And they are. Look at them. 3 of them sitting on the old point.
Ready
Why are
for
people this
deployment.
stupid? How are people that stupid? I don't get it.
Optical camo drone will soon go offline. A fire control system unlocked. Activating signal console.
Engage this target.
Signal console out of range.
Yep, we're gonna win this one.
Activated. Enemy payload is swiftly.
That is literally the only way that they can catch up. I'm gonna get very pissed if this is what happens.
Initiating
I'm trying to
ejection
find out which
sequence.
button is supposed to talk so I can actually tell people that you're being stupid. Hold the speed. There we go.
Ready for deployment.
Please get on our objective, not theirs.
Striker ready. Switching to boarding mode. Optical camo drone will soon go offline. Fire control system unlocked.
Inferno! About to lay down the barrage!
Aquila, ready to provide aerial cover.
Once more of our team gets here, I can't do this. There's only 2 of us here. 6 people on the team, there's only 2 of us here. It's ridiculous. They're all just sitting on the wrong objective. He's on the right place. He's not. Yeah, a whole bunch of them are still sitting on the enemy objective.
Enemy down. Ready for deployment. Optical camo drone will soon go offline. Fire control system unlocked. Assist.
Bit off more than you can chew, huh?
Assist.
now they've only got one guy actually pushing the objective. Not good enough.
Victory!
Alright, we're gonna get a coffee reload. Right back. We got more than 7. So now we need one more win, one more over 7. That was my best run as this
MVP. Welkin ain't something to mess with.
Did not get any awards. Yeah, see the Welkin that just sat on their token or their spot got the reward, and that's kind of bullshit. Like, that's really bullshit, because there comes a point where sitting on their thing and making it go backwards isn't really helping. Which is exactly what happened. Definitely frustrating. Oh, we're in silver now. I don't know how that works as far as, like, are we now only playing against silvers, or, you know, or does it just mix you with anybody and then it just looks at how good your opponents were, right? I think that's more of what... Cat keeps opening the blackout. Just nonsense. Alright, I'm gonna get my coffee refill and then I'll deal with the cat. Please close blinds. Good morning. This cat, she does not like letting it be. Just keeps opening the blinds. Okay, so we need to win one more with the Sky Raider, and then we're going to do the extraction. Probably trying it with the new character, although the new one is more of a support. It's labeled there's 2 new ones, so I'm probably really going to like the Stellaris, but I'm trying the Serenith right now, after I get this next win with the Sky Raider. And it's a support mech that's really good at, like, confusing the enemy's friend or foe signals, which in a free-for-all where everybody's on their own team isn't really going to do much. Yeah. And a lot of its abilities affect your teammates, which I'm not going to have any in solo mode. So. Probably not the best mech for that mode. We will try it in that mode, though. Whereas the other one, the Stellaris, which has stealth and hard-hitting melee, is probably pretty good. Okay. I've got to set an alarm for my pain meds so that I don't forget. And then the pain comes, and then I gotta redo it. So if you play the game and you haven't already signed up, there's the invitation code. Basically, if 4 people join me and play enough, we all get cosmetics as a result. Yay.
Stego, ready to strike. Sky Raider, ready to strike. Narukami, ready to
Right,
strike.
so no support.
Tricera, ready to strike.
It's definitely a little rough towards winning. I don't know the maps by name yet. I don't know.
Panther, ready to strike.
We'll see. Interesting, the Sky Raider got an A for air combat. I find that the Falcon is way better at air-to-air, and the Sky Raiders are good at air-to-ground. Not that good at air-to-air. But it's possible that by air combat, they just mean doing stuff while you're in the air. Air-to-ground. No, I just noticed there is a solo combat rating. I'm kind of curious how Clarineth is rated on that. Okay. Alright.
Pilot proceeding on board.
Unfortunately, my mouth's going to get worse before it gets better because I'm going to end up having the same side, top and bottom, and then lose all ability to chew on that side for the rest of my life. Not good.
Injecting Colixium particles. Pilot sync rate stable. Mind bridge initiated.
It's crazy that the difference between extraction
Eliminate all
and
mercenaries in the
saving
Sky
the
Fortress.
fish is literally
The first
11
squad to
times
8
the
kills
cost.
wins the round. Secure 2 out of 3 rounds of attack to suppress the
Okay,
enemy
here's
forces.
TDM. Much less important to have the healers for support, so that's good. There is a heal station, basically. On the ground. Hey! Long time no see. Welcome back. Hopefully when we get this medical issue sorted, we'll be streaming more regularly again.
Sky Raider, off we go.
Come on, mozzarella.
Objective. Neutralize all hostile strikers and swiftly conclude the operation. Fire control system unlocked. Assist.
Look for weak targets and do what we can here. Get that. We are not good in a sustained fight of any sort. We're very much built for hit and runs like I'm doing. And if they sit still on the ground like a lot of the pretty guys like to do, you can really mess them up because you got 2 different things that drop down on them and do a bunch of them. Okay, but I do have to get some energy back. Support this guy here.
Assist.
One. I got our energy back. We don't need the heal for that. Don't worry about that. This is looking kind of blowouty. I hope we can keep going. That guy's so close to dead.
Enemy down.
Yep. Why there's a Falcon on the ground, but we'll hit him. Yeah, that's just, you don't want to be just standing on the ground as a squishy flyer, right? It's kind of weird.
Marked target.
I'm gonna drop a punch on that Tricera.
Assist.
Alright, there's 8. First round done. My team did very well there.
Landing area confirmed.
Hope I get MVP because I need 5 to be done with the
The new round
launch
has
quest.
begun.
Let's see. Thank you. That shroud going pew pew. Nice.
Optimal camo drone will fire control system.
This one's going to be much more enclosed. This is going to be harder with the Sky Raider. See if we can make it happen. Don't see any teammates yet. A little awkward. Our damage is fairly low if they keep moving. most of our stuff, like the initial hit, isn't really that bad. It's if they stay there.
This is a game of wits. Don't you get it?
Please focus firepower on the
Enemy
target.
down.
Take credit for this. I think they're hiding in the
Diving
hangars
into
because I was
ambush.
fucking them up outside along with that sniper. And they're trying to keep the airstrikes from being able to hit them. Not a bad idea. Definitely limits my effectiveness a bit.
Stellaris sneaking up for a backline ambush.
Yeah, guys. Gotta get in here more. Ooh, who's on me? Oh, it's this guy right.
Enemy down.
I got a Skyraider and a Falcon. I probably should be getting my ass beat a lot more. But, nope, there we go. I'll take it.
Victory.
I needed one more win. I briefly want to look through the strikers and see who's rated as good and bad on solo. The shrouds are multiplying. I don't know what to think of that.
MVP.
That's not me.
Stellaris saves the day!
Did we get any awards? Nope. Okay. That guy got a 1.3. You literally can't vote for him because he did so poorly. That's not good. Oops. Alright, done with our weekly missions. I think that's definitely limiting our how much we can earn in a week. I think at this point you only get like a couple hundred per mission, even with the double, which is definitely lacking or limited. That's a lot. It's gonna take me some time to get used to the menus, especially when I'm brain fogged because of the drugs right now. But yeah, we've got like these two guys cost 15k each, right? Then the two access cards for, I'm guessing these are just for like RPG, like role-playing aspects. Access to the bar in the station and the gym. Those are probably just, I don't know, right? Probably not gameplay related at all, but they're expensive. And then we don't even unlock, like I'd like these skins here. They're pretty cool looking. These are, you only can buy those after spending 60,000 tokens, and then they cost 18,000 each. So you need 120,000 tokens to get to and buy those. And then to get this last thing, you need to have spent the 120k. Yeah, 100,000. I'd like that. Just a frame. First, I would like that. Okay, so let's look at the strikers and what they're rated at. We see that. Really? We have to pick one to see it. And there's no way to like quick cycle through them on this screen? No. That's a little clunkier than I'd like. Alright, so this one is a B for solo combat. Okay, that's expected. I think the Falcon might be a very good one for the extraction mode, mostly because it's fast, it can fly, and it can handle itself, right? Some of these, this one's another one that's probably pretty good in there, but as you can see, they rate it low on solo combat, which is pretty accurate. But if you can keep your range, then they can't get to you. Not very many of them are rated decent at all. I guess the Panther is? Oh, yeah, Panther's rated at A. Inferno is not either. Fair enough, yep, a D. That's not surprising at all. Maka, low. Solaris, probably an A. Yep. Alright, so we will pick the Serena. I've not played this mode since beta. Remove all, and then we'll only pick what we want to play. So I really have no idea how to play this one yet. So it's really going to be a learning process. A little nervous. Try anyway. So we're going in with 100 points of power. The maximum we can bring in on this difficulty is 1,000. We're very underpowered, which probably means that anybody we run into can kick our ass, and that our the PvE might actually.
Pilot proceeding on board.
Oh, you've only done Mechabreak? Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure I do like the missions. The missions tend to only be in the other mode, so I'm trying to like balance them. I think I'm going to enjoy this mode more, but I haven't done the 3v3 yet either, which is the arena.
Particles. Pilot sync rate stable.
Which I think is more of a round-based TDM.
Eliminate Thea's Vanguard forces.
No respawn type thing?
Strongholds.
I'm not sure.
Neutralizing enemies yields weapons or supplies. Proceed to an extraction.
And last time I played this mode, solo wasn't an option. So
Serenet, off we go.
An exclamation M break if you're not an attack squad will give you my code. I don't know if it's region locked or anything. I'm in the red and black, I think it's called Overlord, with the cosmetics. Alright, so I don't even really know what this guy does. So.
Earn mission points.
Do I
Activate
want to call in
extraction
an airdrop
points
yet?
and
I don't
obtain
know.
supplies.
I'm gonna chart this up and see how it hits. It hits hard enough for that, that's for sure. Maneuverability looks okay. My lock-on ignores things if I turn that on. What does this do? Probably should reread it because I don't know. Okay, so not charging it all up. The second bar doesn't kill. How do we pick up? Okay. Now let's go ahead and test out the airdrop. We got. I have to remember these buttons. That up. So if I want to equip these, how do I? Alright, so that replaces my main weapon. I know there's a way to keep that as a second loadout, though. Is that it? Yes. Down an A. I'm going to sec. This is gonna be very slow for here. Cargo drops to fly this up out. Yeah. I will. Hopefully I remember. I think the ones I have right now have 6 slots. I'm going in circles here, though. I need to, how do you open the map? Oh, push the left stick. Okay.
Please engage this target.
Whether we actually go all the way there or not. Oh my god, I'm still learning buttons. I'm sorry. Alright. This is where being able to fly would actually be pretty good. Those are really powerful. I think I'm going to, how do I reload? Right. Not reloading. I think I'm going to go ahead and switch back to my default weapons for now, and I'll use those when I get into a fight. I do wish I remembered what right bumper does. I think it's a, I think that's the one that makes them, I can't be locked onto as easily.
Energy low.
Okay, that's actually kind of badass too. Very indirect, but I like it. Yeah, you could play hit and run or something in this. It only seems to hit hard enough as long as you got the charges, right? I don't know where to get loot yet, like where all the good places are or anything like that. That's going to take quite a bit of practice to learn. Go ahead and look in here. Oh. Behind there. That looked like player snipe, but not the one. Feel free to backseat if you see something that I obviously should have hit and didn't. Okay, so while that's on, I can lock on through walls. Which, when you have an orbital laser, is kind of silly, right? Mobility up and I'm untargetable. Okay, it tells me. That's kind of badass too. Alright. What did destroying these get me? See a pop-up of any kind. Oh, just money. Okay, that's fine. Money's good. Gotta learn the ins and outs of this, but it certainly feels like it has potential. What's he firing at? That wasn't at me. Any other loot? I don't think so. How much loot do I have? Where do I even see loot? Cargo. No, I've only got 4 things.
Fire from left.
Yeah, this hits like a truck for a support. I don't know. It's pretty good. Oh, I accidentally switched weapons again. I'm gonna have to be careful about that. What is long range invasion? Oh! Okay. That's actually kind of badass. So I can interact with devices at range with my grapple.
Large core extractor dismantling failed. Core pulse storm incoming.
Okay, so there's a storm coming. I don't know if that's going to affect me or not. Okay, so I can't interact with actual loot. I do miss not... I don't like not having any kind of melee attack, so... Calling in a sword or something, if that's a thing, which I think it is. It might not be terrible. So that takes a long time to come in. That's only going to be good if you can use it on somebody that can't move. Oh, it went away? Alright, so it doesn't last forever. That's annoying. See potential with this. Okay. Alright. So the soonest we can extract is in 35 seconds, right? Our cargo. We're at 6 things. We could theoretically send these out. I think I will just to get something out. I think we gotta be out here. Right stick. Build cargo beacon. Confirm. Confirm. Oh my god. That's a little tricky. Curious if we can interact with this at range too? I love this concept, by the way, as far as like way better than having a safe pocket or something.
Large core extractor deployed.
Yeah, look at that. We can interact with it at range.
Imminent.
So we could be out like behind something and well, that one is only 3. That costs. We'll just put these 3 in. We'll wait till we get something else. Yeah, I think that's a really neat concept for extraction games in general. Yeah, you know what? Yeah. Need a fully charged one on those. Yeah, I definitely see potential. I mean, against turrets, this is really good. I wouldn't mind just using my extract on the 2 things I currently have. I like it. And the other one's just ammo. Look at the map. Hey, I remembered what key is the map. Where are the extraction points? That's drilling rig. There's large splitter. Extraction point is way up there.
Device marked. Please identify.
Yeah, so we'll go ahead and move our way there. That's a long way to go, especially with without being able to fly. eventually I'll know which ones I don't even need to bother picking up. But I think that does mean I can reload these things. Why did it only reload one? I only have 12 rockets, I guess. Yep. Let's go ahead and call in our other airdrop and just get the other purple thing out of here. Don't worry about that. Hilarious. Such a rough place for it, right?
Extraction point A is ready.
Oh, yeah, that's the point A then. Alright. Yeah, there's two things. I guess the rest are ammo. Okay, so that one's deployed. Pretty far away. I guess we go out to the tunnel. We'll keep an eye on where the next one's going to be. And I think right now for ammo I have infinite for the ones I start with, right? So I only need the rocket. We could ballistic, standard, light missiles. So I don't think I need any of.
Preparing extraction point B.
Go ahead and drop it. See if that's or not.
Fire from behind.
There's a big ass storm. Is that storm? No, you can't. I can go up. I want it.
Incoming Corite pulse storm. Steer clear. Incoming Corite pulse storm. Steer clear.
Does it go away if somebody uses it? Like, how do I know if anybody's at alpha, right? I don't know if there's a way to know or not.
Incoming Corite pulse storm.
Alright.
Steer
We'll do
clear.
that. There's somebody doing something. Oh no, those are the trees, so I'm not.
Incoming Corite pulse storm. Steer clear.
I've got a good handle on most of these abilities. I need to reread whatever the left bumper is. I think it's the one that flips their friend or foe identification. Okay, that doesn't tell me where that happened, right?
Incoming Corite pulse storm. Steer clear.
No, no indicator. So we'll go ahead and
Device marked. Please identify.
go see if we can get there. It is. This is where having a flying mech would be way better.
Incoming Corite pulse storm. Steer clear.
Sure. See anybody?
Incoming Corite pulse storm. Steer clear. Warning. You are leaving the combat zone. Incoming Corite pulse storm. Steer clear.
Button.
Incoming Corite pulse storm. Steer clear.
Now that ability is really strong. The ability to lock on through walls. Alright. see here, that's a dead player, so there's a player here.
Incoming
I don't know what
Corite
the
pulse
best way to
storm.
do this is.
Steer clear.
Of course, I think I can interact with this at range. How far? Oh, there he is.
Incoming Corite pulse storm. Steer clear. Enemy down. Incoming Corite pulse storm. Steer clear.
That's it. Oh yeah, he's got loot. Why not?
Extraction point B is ready. Incoming Corite pulse storm. Steer clear. Mission complete.
Alright. Might need to make another pop. Still fun. So much dashing going on, and I think it'll be a lot better once I get a glider of some sort for the non-flyers. But it seemed okay. I know it's probably rough to watch somebody that doesn't really know their way around. Yes, I needed to kill 3 Gen 3 strikers. I only got 2, so I don't think that's good. Yeah, well, the thing is, other than at extraction points, there's nothing really driving players together at the low level zones because it's so big that you're only going to run into people at the extraction. At the higher difficulties, the points of interest can have really good loot, so you'll probably run into people there sometime. There we go. 1 extract. Decent points. Oh, gotcha. No, there's definitely players in there. Now, it could be a bot player. I wouldn't be surprised if some of the people you run into are made to look like players, but they're not. Definitely not surprise me. Okay. We still need 5 MVPs in bird mode. That's kind of rough. Okay. Oh, that's not bad. That paid pretty well. But I guess that was 1,200 and then doubled, so 2,400 of that was from the mission of doing it the first time. So I guess I shouldn't get too excited yet. I do like this mech so far. Seems okay. What do we got here? This is those are the oh weird. You bring out the rocket launchers I took in. Oh, seems a little weird. And I would assume, for the most part, wouldn't these weapons with limited ammo have to be as good or better than what you start with? Is that right? I don't sell these yet. You could sell them. What are these? Used for research. Research. I don't remember much about the research. Takes 2 parts and then that turns. Doesn't say how to get those parts. Okay. Yeah, thank you. It seemed pretty straightforward. It's just everything about it was, you know, the charge levels and making sure that you get the charge. And it didn't hurt that the Falcon just literally kept trying to joust me, and that was clearly going to be in the favor of my guy with the long-range lock-on. Looks like this might actually be good for counter-sniping, as long as you're the button that you can lock on it through things and at longer range. As long as that's up, and then the other one makes you unlockable, right? So if you toggled both of those, you can hit a sniper from a range that they just can't hit you back. Because I'd say most snipers are not going to be able to hit you without the lock-on. I think all these look interesting, but I think that the glider and the one that you get at the end of the battle pass seem to be the most interesting to me. This does seem a little bit pay to win, because I mean, I know you can get here without paying, but you're gonna have to work literally twice as much. But this is an actual optimal camo for your like you drop it in and it's going to give you cloaking. That seems really strong in a extraction game, you know? Airdrop paint. What do we do here? So that's worth twice the power of these. Other rockets, modular weapons. So how do we research other weapons? I didn't see that on the rep research. Gliders. We got repairs. We got recons. We got decoys, and we got extraction beacons, which is another idea that I really like. That you can call in your own extraction. Kind of cool. But as far as these weapons, we only see what we pulled out. I don't see a way to learn new ones. Seems a little weird to me. We'll open our mods here in a little bit. So all of these, we're going to have to put more into research early, and then later we can actually spend points on buying stuff. Or is this research? I think this is actually buying like one of these, right? I think that's just to get one, right? It could be explained a little better, but again, I'm kind of on that could let me see. I don't have enough points in that category yet to even spend it. This is the problem. I'm learning a new concept, new game while I'm in intense pain and on pain meds. It's going to be a little interesting. Okay. So here, if I said, okay, I want the beam autocannon. Let me make sure it's something I wouldn't mind having first. Oh yeah, the sword, right? I would want a melee weapon. That's right. Interesting. That's an anti-sniper shield. Okay, let me read the difference between these two melee weapons first. So this is your standard sword. Okay. Oh. Besides looking badass, what does this do differently? Higher stagger. And it has the whirlwind attack. Right click to perform a leaping strike. Okay, that could be kind of... Does it have a parry? Spin, left. It does not in and of itself. Of course, neither does that one, right? Does this have a parry? Okay, so if I went to purchase this, it does say max purchase 1. Is that just one of them? Credits, so it's not even going to let me. Do you know also, where are people opening cosmetics? Because I've seen people with cosmetics that aren't available yet, and they're selling them on here. So where do you get those? Like, I know these you can buy from the other thing, but if you go to, like, outfits, a lot of these, I assume they're dropping. Is that just only in this mode that they drop? Because you don't get boxes or anything in any other one. Oh, and I gotta refill this. There's no way to set it to auto refill. I don't see a loadout option here. Because yeah, that'll be kind of crappy. I don't know about that. I do have plenty of cargo beacons. We'll carry in 2 of them. I don't know if you lose these if you die. Do you lose what you bring in? Do you know that? Oh, there's dailies too? I saw weeklies. I didn't see dailies. Or do you mean daily purchases, the logistics? Are they not the same for everybody? Where's that? Right here? I guess it says 3 days left. But is that not necessarily the same for everybody? Oh, okay. I haven't really looked at that. It's a shame I can't do the tutorials or customize the colors on this until I own it. or at least by what they give you either, is there? What all do we spend achievement points on? I know you can buy things like, you know, if I want to change what this displays, which I think I am going to change. I'm going to change total deaths to something else. But what? Right? Something fun and weird. Man, a lot of those cost 1,000 each. Yeah, there we can just do yeah, 100% extraction. Why can we not? Can we buy this one? Yeah, let's just buy this. And already unlocked it. Why is it? Okay. What do we unaccept? Gotta go find the one that's on there, don't I? That's about the clunkiest way possible to do that, but okay. Yep. Alright. We don't have a new frame. Yeah, the modules used to work in the 66 and 3v3 modes, but now they only work in the extraction, which is probably how it should be for balance. I think that a level playing field is kind of the point of the team v team arena games, right? Which reminds me, thank you for saying something. I need to open my module. These three first. All three. Oh look, 2 duplicates. I don't know what any of this does yet. We'll figure this out. Have to reopen them. Yep. Ooh, a mapping tuner, just what I wanted. I don't know what it means. We will go look at those. Also, I might want to try a different mech for that mode. Again, I expect to see a lot of Falcons and some Sky Raiders because they just can get around faster, right? And people aren't going to have gliders to begin with, which means good mobility matters. And then after that, I think I would expect to see Narukami a lot because of the stealth and the long-range attacks. And it's a lot harder to play some of the others. Sure. I bet Panaka's not bad. All close-range attacks, which that part kind of sucks, but having the easy self-heals actually is probably pretty decent. Yeah, I think we'll keep this one. So let's go to mods. And see what we got. We got something here for the skeleton. Where our duplicate is. Are they actually the same? No. See, different numbers, but they do the same thing. So. Well, this has way more of a penalty for a little bit more effect. I'm going to pick the one that has less of a penalty. And I noticed all of them have like a plus and a minus. Interesting too. Rebalance delay. You're blocked. The melee delay up. Okay, I don't know if I would want that or not. I guess for now, I'll put it on there. Cockpit. Lock on speed. Lock on reset delay obstructed. See, I definitely don't want anything that's going to make my lock on speed worse. That's terrible. Oh, Tricera is just so good. Yeah, that's a very strong mech. There's a few counters. The Sky Raider seemed like a really good counter to it, just because it drops a whole bunch of stuff on you that if you don't move, it'll kill even a Tricera. So you just gotta up and move, but it's not. And I guess the orbital strike that this character has is probably pretty similar reason, right? Can we color our... Yeah. Really, if we made it as... If we wanted it to be as stealthy as possible, we just color it in subdued tones, right? Of course, I'm not. It's gonna cost 200 to color it. I'm gonna leave it. I'm trying to stick with a red-black with some white and yellow highlights as a color theme. Is what my whatchamacallit is anyway. The tactics I did. Yeah, I think that's the real key in that's the skill gap on that particular mech, right? The Tricera is it's easy to want to just sit still because it does so much extra and it feels so tanky. Please tell me these aren't. Oh my god, they're all. You can't just copy my paint job to all of them. Yeah, I'm not doing that. There's got to be a way to apply to all or something, right? I definitely don't see one, but yeah, that's crazy if that's not doable. That would be absolutely nuts. Oh, okay. They stay unlocked. That's really nice. I don't have to pay. Like, you have to pay to unlock them for each mech. But thankfully here it looks like we don't have to pay for each of these. Like the red here. The other way. That one at least I don't think we it doesn't run out. Where do we get this currency? Up here, common currency used within the matrix. Doesn't tell you where. Are there missions here that I didn't see? Not that I see. Looking. And that was one mission, and we don't get a new one for another 3 days. That's rough. Oh, here we go. Enemy count is low. Enemy difficulty normal. Doesn't tell you how many players. You can use the summoning beacon 3 times, so that's how many lives you can get for other people. How does that work in solo, right? Do I have to put this down before I die? Kind of sounds like it, right? You'd have to put one down. If you didn't have one down, how would it work? I don't know. It'd be interesting to find that out. Yeah, none of these are going to give me that currency. Alright. Try it again. We almost have enough to unlock a mech. What I might do, I don't know if we can do a trial on both of the mechs. But what I might do is just do a, if I could do a trial on both, I'll do a trial on the other one, play it for a few, and then I'll, I'm buying one of these two for the first 15K that I have. And I think way more people are buying the stealthy backstabber, because, you know, I want to be a rogue type feel. So it might make more sense to buy this one for less conflict on who's buying more. But we'll see. That seems pretty decent so far. I think after this drop, I'll go make another pot of coffee. And, we're about like an hour and a half from another pain pill. Oh, successfully extracted from point C is my mission. And that gives me 800 of the currency. Okay, so that's how we're getting. Gotcha. Alright.
Sereneth, ready to strike.
I like that I'm using a mech that's good at team combat and support. I'm going in solo. I'm a genius. Yeah. I do find that things open up once you get a glider and once you can bring different weapon types. Like I remember in the beta at one point I was playing Aquila, the flying sniper, but I was playing it with a sword and a shield. So I could switch to the sword and shield when people jumped me and just absolutely kick ass. It was pretty cool. So being able to prepare like that is kind of neat. You have a glider for your Tricera, because that also made a pretty big difference since you could, fly around and shoot. Makes up for it being slow. I don't know where to get these parts. Almost feels like maybe we find these. And they're modules. Maybe they come out of boxes and we combine them into the glider. Gotcha. And the beta, it was you just researched it and then to build it. It's clearly a little different.
Injecting coaxium particles. Pilot sync rate.
You ride on the glider and it's got like a gun on the left, gun on the right, and you literally like fly around and shoot like you're one of the
various strongholds. Neutralizing enemies
kind of
yields
weird.
weapons or supplies. Proceed to an extraction point once it's ready.
Change the background of my card, my nameplate. I know that one of the bundles I got said it gave you a new nameplate, but I haven't seen a way to change it. Unless they just meant the little yellow symbol next to it.
Sereneth, off we go.
Hopefully I'm a little less off. Oh, that was cool. It looks like it has a
Eliminate
shield.
enemies in each
Yeah, it
area.
doesn't.
Earn mission points. Activate extraction points and obtain supplies.
I don't know, just the sound about the punch in this, it feels powerful. I realize I'm playing on like, easy difficulty. But it feels powerful. Gotta remember to try and hold out till C, which could be a little rough. Now that was weird. I don't know why it just boosted 3 times. I thought I was holding the button. I'm using the paddle underneath, and I'm guessing it might have a more trail. Okay, yeah, so we gotta find the parts in the modules. Oh, shit. What do we got? Oh, God.
Fire from right.
Already. My bad. We are in the middle of the space. Let's we're wrecking house, which is good. I need the ammo. Not until I find a weapon. I don't know what dog my inventory.
Fire from left. Fire from front. Fire from front.
Yeah, we're doing too many things at once here. We've got both the facility and this under attack here, but a little bit. Oh, alive. That's a good sign. Is there anything you can loot there? I don't know if there is. That one's more of a you kill it and it prevents the storm from coming. Alright, we'll go over to this. In there. How do we get in there? What's on top? And that's ammo. Just gotta learn to recognize stuff. Blueprints. Alright. Let's get some of this stuff evacuated. Alright. Somewhere somewhat safe. Hopefully not getting people saw me. I don't know how far they pursue. Oh, I switched buttons. I stopped doing that. I do not know what's causing that. I mean, I know what the button combo is. I don't know why. Okay, that does say usable after neutralized. This needs some help. Like, it's very finicky. Probably a little more stuff. Of course, I didn't bring in any heals. Kind of sucks. I probably shouldn't get on it either though. We will send both of you. Oh, see, there's paint. We both need some help. I couldn't see why not. But depending on how much these cost to like craft and stuff, it could actually be pretty efficient. Just bring in a bunch and send them back out, right? As soon as you get full. Find a place to heal. I don't know where those would even be, right? Drilling rig has a chance for a glider piece. See it there. This place has a chance for a glider piece as well. Alright, so that's how that works. And that's where I was, right? Large splitter. Sterling red. Go ahead.
Please, over here.
It's a very big map. How long does it take for point C to appear? I do want those 800 points, you know?
Large chorite extractor dismantling failed. Chorite pulse storm incoming.
My broken burrow. Well, that's pretty badass looking. Pretty good for this mode, huh? For a heal, though, I don't recognize him on sight. No. I come up this high too. I'm making myself a bigger target. He's not carrying it. Players just gotta fight. Not getting.
Large chorite extractor deployed. Chorite pulse storm imminent.
Complex shield, jamming, haze, diffuser, and defense shield. What is that? Alright. And earlier when I didn't pick up that ammo, I guess I could have because I do have a rocket. In here, I have a single rocket. autocannon. Is the autocannon what I have? Yeah, beam autocannon. Apparently beam autocannon is a different kind of that ammo, didn't it?
Extraction point A is ready.
Bad, really. Yeah. I'm sure I passed by some and I just didn't check it.
Reactivated.
I don't know what I get from blowing those up. Oh. Player that got the kill earlier just died. If I don't find a heal, I'm definitely going to die as soon as I run into the player. Where's the heals here?
Fired from behind.
There must have been here. That looks like a healed place. Okay. Beam auto cannon, there we go. That's the ammo for it. On it. Very slow reload. Does it reload if I'm not using it? Is that 2 going to 3? Oh, 2 more players had a fight. Yeah, it's still reloading even when it's doing that. I kind of want to get to C early so I can scope the place out.
Extraction
But
point
I
B
really
is ready.
need to get some healing. And I guess I don't know where it's available. Might be screwed. I didn't bring any. That guy had already died and he just killed again. I forgot about the respawns. That's at least 5 different people, including me. There's probably at least 1 or 2 that, like, aren't doing anything that's showing up on that list, right? Only 6 shots. Okay, so we gotta get more ammo too. That's pretty. Oh, is that a player?
Preparing extraction point C.
Don't know where he came from. Okay, C. We want C. C?
Device marked. Please identify.
No. Did I get marked something other than what I was marked? Well, we just gotta hope we don't find a player, because I do not have much health to give. Didn't look at this character or this mech's like numbers either. Like, do they have high shield, high health, low health? I don't know. Kind of feels like I have decent armor and low health, but I'm not. Easy pickings here for flyer. Don't really want to go below.
Incoming Corite pulse
Half
storm.
health.
Steer clear.
Am I in it? I am pretty close, aren't I? I want to go around that.
Device
Incoming
marked.
Corite
Please
pulse storm.
identify.
Steer clear.
Neat effect.
Incoming Corite pulse storm. Steer
I
clear.
just keep saying it. That's annoying. Can turn it down. I just did that out. No. Do we go over this or? Oh, well, I think we try and get rid
Incoming
of that
Corite pulse storm. Steer clear.
because that might keep a storm from being over here. I don't want to deal with a storm and a player while playing with that. Can we hit that from here? Yes.
Incoming Corite pulse storm. Steer clear.
Damn. Alright. Yeah, I might be sold on this mech for this mode.
Incoming Corite pulse storm. Steer clear. Incoming Corite pulse storm. Steer clear.
That was 2 extractors. Didn't even need the lock-on for that one. Pretty good. I just gotta make sure I don't get jumped up here, because it's not like I'm invisible, right?
Incoming Corite pulse storm.
Alright.
Steer
A
clear.
little risky. We got 50 seconds here. Oh, the storm took out a guy. Good for me. Nope, that's a player. No, maybe not. Might not be.
Incoming Corite
Probably
pulse
is, though.
storm. Steer clear.
Could have been that ship. didn't see it, unfortunately.
Fire from
Oh, there it
left.
is. Yeah, it's definitely yeah. Damn it!
Incoming Corite Pulstorm. Steer clear. Initiating ejection sequence.
That's just my situational awareness, not good enough. How many beacon confirmed? Down here. It's right
Incoming
there. Why
Corite
can't I? How do I
Pulstorm.
descend?
Steer clear. Extraction point C is ready.
Interesting.
Striker ready. Switching to boarding mode. Incoming Corite
Alright,
Pulstorm.
so
Steer
how do
clear.
we?
Fire control
I do want to
system
get my stuff
unlocked.
back, but it's more important
Extraction
first
point C cleared.
to deal with this damn sniper wherever he may be. Of course, he could be stealth, right? I'm not seeing any-
Incoming Corite Pulstorm. Steer
I
clear.
don't want him to get the first shot, but he might. And we're gonna do what you should probably never do, and that's go for my loot first before dealing with the threat.
Incoming Corite
Extraction point
Pulstorm.
B
Steer clear.
Extraction point A cleared.
Oh, is he gone now?
Preparing extraction point D.
Yes, he's gone, so I can't get the bonus. Mission failed. Alright. I think that sniper used it. That is extremely unfortunate. Does mean that with 3 extraction points cleared, that there's
Incoming
that many
Corite
less
Pulstorm.
players here, right?
Steer clear.
That's really unfortunate though, because I have to go around this.
Device marked. Please identify.
Alright. This is where not being a flyer really sucks, because that other guy was in a Falcon, which means he can out fly me.
Incoming Corite Pulstorm.
Oh my god,
Steer
she
clear.
really needs to shut up. Is it moving this way? I think.
Warning. Incoming Corite Pulstorm. Steer clear.
He's probably coming back here.
Incoming Corite Pulstorm. Steer clear.
There he is.
Incoming Corite Pulstorm. Steer clear.
Energy low.
Not cool, he's using his
Incoming Corite
the
Pulstorm.
advantages of his back.
Steer clear.
That's right. What's the storm do to me? It hurt? Yeah, it hurts. There's no way I make it through this. God damn it. We're having a extraction beacon would be nice, right?
Energy low.
And we're not even gonna make it to the halfway point. That is unfortunate.
Insufficient engine output.
Mistakes were made. As far as we can, and then maybe we can drop get our stuff. I don't think this is going to work. I think we're dead here. Can't do this in the storm. I think we can't do this in the storm. So we can, our stuff's done. I think our loot is gone. What's that? Bye, loot. We'll see. Maybe we can grab it. No, I'm just gonna say interrupted. Can't drop it here. Alright, in that case, we're just gonna get out. That does suck!
Mission failed.
So we didn't get our mission objective. We didn't get our loot out. Ah, well, we got some loot. We're gonna go make a pot of coffee. And then I'll be ready for more. Definitely potential, both with the character and the mode. I like it. Look how much worse it is, though, when you don't win. You don't get out. So much less, 294. Alright, but we got some boxes, blueprints. We know how to get those now. Do need to see how sustainable the, we'll call it, how sustainable the cargo rockets are, right? I know they give you a handful, but yeah. Yeah, no worries. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. And I hope you have a good day. I changed my mind on the coffee. I think I might just play one or two more and then head out. Try and get restful I can while the pain meds are working. See here. Executed mercenary mod drop rate. So you get more if you execute them. That's good. No extraction beacons drop. No keys drop. No supply. I guess that changes when you do this. Yeah. On extreme, you don't get a respawn at all. There's only 2 extraction points. Oof. And if you execute somebody, they're guaranteed to drop something. All of these modes, if you get executed, it terminates the mission. Okay. So this mode has a reason to execute, as opposed to the other mode, right? I don't know that it makes any difference. So we now see a reason to bring a repair station too, right? Use the people ones first here. The actual prices are on these things. Also, what did we recon beacon part? Yeah, right there. The recon beacon 3. I don't know if that's a consumable or once you have these you can just probably consumable. I don't think it should be. Probably. And then how much are these? These look expensive. 3 purples and 1,000 points. That does not count. at all. And I see rockets aren't even on this. Rockets are... Rockets are not on this either? Yeah. I guess you can only get rockets for the mission points. The other thing, you can't build them within this mode, which seems very weird. Yeah, I don't see a way to get more. Weird. Go ahead and open these. Just like that, the thing is coming back, so I have to take a break for a different reason. Lower in the air, but you use less energy. A lot of these are probably fine in the situations. I just don't know how to use it. Hopefully our inventory space doesn't end up being an issue, because there would be so many of these you'd have to keep in order to come up with a decent build. There you go, you boost faster on the ground if you're holding the button, but you use more energy when you're just tapping. And that's good for long range travel. Something good. I think some of these are not. They're different from what you can unlock. You know, you can either sell it for the blue points for this mode, or you can sell it on the marketplace for the real money. Energy reactivation threshold when depleted. You don't get it back as fast when you're in. That would be worth the gamble at this point. I'm not entirely sure how these work. I say you receive upon using 20 mission points. To do anything other than maybe? I don't know. Hopefully I don't regret using them, right? Might. I have plenty of rockets and stuff. I just don't really know how to get more. Other than the, let's see, we get 3 a week. Right here. So we can spend 400 for 3 more. 400 each for 800 each for 1 of the bigger one. 5,000 for 1. Those are expensive. Alright, so this can have these things much cheaper. What does this have in it bad? One, two. Striker pattern. The mission point. And then 2.6% chance of that. 0.12%. That is very low numbers. But you can buy 30 of these. Might be worth it once I have the map. Alright. Like I was afraid of, the pain is actually ramping up pretty good, so 2 hours too. But we're gonna have to take the next kill a little early and lay down a bit. And then I'll be back on. Sorry for the short streams. It's gonna be that way until I get these extracted and recover. But I'll catch you then.